started with. You got a spare tire, or you find one by the road. Look, this thing's just hammered, piece of junk. So what you can do with your Doan fire starter, you can come in here and just take your pocket knife. And start cutting a little strip out of here. The rubber's kind of sticky, so once you got enough to work with, then just pull up on it a little bit and it'll make your knife slice through it. You take that little chunk right there. Now we'll use that to start us a fire. Alright, we've got a piece of rubber here. Scraped a bunch of magnesium shavings here, and the rubber's right next to it. Now we're going to throw a spark into there and get this thing ignited and see what we have here. Alright, so you see right there, there we go, we've ignited. We still got plenty of magnesium left, look at that. We've ignited this piece of rubber right here. So right there, I still got magnesium left here. But I've got this rubber ignited. And this is just like one little knob cut off of a tire with my pocket knife. So it works great. Another use for the Doan magnesium fire starter. Let's say you're out mountain biking, or you're wherever, you broke down. You can just take your tube for your bike or whatever if you need to. Just take that, slice that like slice that like so. I like to slice it lengthwise too, just so I have an edge to work with here. Now let's just show you, lighten that up here. Alright, I've got about, I don't know, little pile here. Something like that right there. Now we're going to strike that off. I'm going to strike that, let me move that in the picture a little better. We're going to strike that off right there. And then we'll light our rubber inner tube with it. I'll just get this thing ready, and here we go. Throw a little something in there. Now the easiest way is just touch it like that. And what happens is some of that very hot magnesium just instantly sticks to that rubber. And as you can see, we have fire, no problem there. Alright, so we're going to do this one-handed. So what I've done is I've got a piece of bark that I've broken off here. And one of the things with magnesium is you want to have somewhere flat that all your shavings can drop into. Flat and smooth is what I like. That way you can, it's easy to collect them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my magnesium bar right here, and then I'm just going to step down with my toe of my shoe. What we want to do is just start carving some shavings out here. Nice thing about this Doan magnesium fire starter is that the magnesium bar is very soft and very easy to scrape, unlike some others that are very difficult. And okay, so I probably got enough there. Normally we use our concentrator paper, and I'd only have to scrape five scrapes into about a 1.5 inch square of that, and we start fire with that. But we want to do it a little harder way today. So what I've done here is I like to get it piled up the best I can, and so then what I'm going to do is get some material right to the side here, some very fine bark that I've stripped out and it's kind of pounded down with a stick, and so that stuff's ready to go. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put my magnesium bar back down here. Might have to adjust that a little, hope you can see it. Use this so you can see it and that it works at the same time here, hopefully. Trying to stay out of the shadows and everything. Alright, so what I want to do is throw a spark down in there. I got to hurry and pull that material over, get it started, pull that over. And then I've built kind of a cantilever fire lay here, so it's kind of all hollow under there. Just hoping you can see maybe a little better when I shove all that up under there to get the fire started. So here we go. Let's get this stuff rolling here. Okay, that's started. I want to nest that into this next bark here that's a little bit bigger pieces. Get that going. Now I'm going to shove that whole thing back under my cantilever deal here. Okay. It's a little more awkward with one hand, but it's going to go here. You can see it starting to go. There it is. It's starting to catch. So I could go ahead and lay some bigger material on top of there if I wanted to now. And we got us a fire right there. So anyway, there's fire with the Doan, one-handed. Not a bit of trouble. You can actually do this in a way where you're not even touching the ground or getting close to the damp ground or anything. And what you want to do, you need about 5 scrapes of magnesium or so. I got plenty here. Okay, that magnesium's right down on the bottom of there, and I just want to shake it together so it's all in one little pile right there. Those little shavings, you can actually stick it into the bundle and strike it off that way, that's what I'm going to do here. Just going to tuck it right. I tucked it right down into that bundle there. And now I can start it without even, I can start this without even being down on the ground now, which is one of the pluses here. Okay, you see that started like that? Okay, now we hold that up like that. We want to get that flame all up through there. Now here's the nice thing about this bundle. The wind's not going to blow it out, it's only going to help it. So now let's take this over here and get it into the fire. Now you notice we can just walk with this thing wherever we need to go. And now we'll position it here, get all this going, and then pull our other stuff up over here. Alright, so this one here is the concentrator, and I'm going to use my old doggy kit here. my old Doan magnesium stick that's pretty well used and abused, but it's still going strong with our stretch lanyard that it comes with. Everything in our kit always comes with a stretch lanyard and a scraper stick, scraper blade. The advantage is you have a quick flame, instant flame. The concentrator paper comes on a mini roll. This one's been used quite a bit. There's enough on there for about 150 fires. And it's water resistant. If this happens to get wet, you can just wipe it off on your pants or whatever and go ahead and use it. Works fine. Like I say, instant flame, no blowing. With the mag stick, you're just doing like 5 strokes of shavings, spark it off, and you're good to go. Okay, so basically all we're doing here is just using this as a platform kind of to hold our scraping material. This actually, you can do this faster actually, and you only need about five scrapes, and we kind of form that together so everything's all in one little spot there. And then at this point all we want to do is just throw a spark down in there, and we're good to go. Just like that. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to use the fire sticks, and they come in a little pouch in here. There's about seven of them in there, and this is beeswax impregnated cord that is cotton and synthetic material. It burns very well. You can it'll last about 5 minutes burn time. You can stick it in the ground underneath your tinder or kindling to give you about 5 minutes of burn time. Like I say, we rarely use this, but you know, if you get in a tough situation, you want something to help you out a little bit, this is a nice way to go. It's water resistant. You just wipe it off and use it. What I like to do is take the end of it and just kind of pound it out a little bit like that. It makes it start better to have a little kind of a fine raw edge on there to catch the flame. So that's all you do right there to get it started. And we do use the concentrator paper because that gives us our instant flame. So we go ahead and do our scrapings into there. Just a few scrapings down in the bottom, that's all we need. So all we're going to do is just strike a spark into there. We've got flame, and as you can see, even though it kind of got away from me for a second, this thing lights up very quick. And you can either hold it like this, or you can lay it down in there. You can wedge it in against a little piece of wood or whatever. You can stick it in the soil or the dirt underneath, you know, whatever you need to do. But see, we got a fire now. Now here's another nice thing. See, that's all I did is use a little of that. Got a fire started. I still got quite a bit left that I can still use here. So anyway, so that's using the fire sticks. Alright, now we're going to use the method with the naked method, we call it. And that is that we're using just the magnesium bar itself. This method you can really start the fire with this without any of the other aids that we showed in the other two videos. But you know, this is a method that will always work. Anytime you can light a fire, it can be lit with this method. We're going to make about a quarter size pile of shavings on this piece of bark, tinder and everything, and we're going to strike this stuff off here. There you go. Shove that down into there.